Welcome to Radical Underdogs. In this video we see what mods are on this MX-5 race car and why we don't have some of the common mods you might see on street cars. Spoiler alert, it's in the regs. The biggest difference you'll notice about the race car is the weight. The road car comes in at not very heavy, 960 kilos. However, even with the full roll cage, this car is around 20% lighter. That's nearly 200 kilos. All the race cars are trying to get as close to the minimum weight as they can for the championship that they race in. This is the main reason this car is no longer road legal and has zero comfort. It's got no lights, it's got no screen wash, no passenger seat. Well, I'm going for a track day, so it does have one in right now. No ABS, no roof, no windows, no heating, no boot hinges, and loads more. That weight can make a huge difference, especially in a low power car like an MX-5. Power is certainly an area you see a lot of people work on in a road MX-5. And this is where the bills can get pretty large. It's also where there's the most restrictions in a single marque championship, so no turbos here. The MX-5 left the factory with 115 horsepower. Most people racing will be aiming a little above that with engine rebuilds, timing and a cold air intake through the defunct headlight. But generally people focus on wheel horsepower rather than focusing on bragging rights for the highest flywheel number. How that power gets to the track is key. The differential is important here, but the key thing we do differently is back with the handbrake off to the point where it just about holds the car. It's really easy to accidentally set the brakes in an MX-5, so they drag just a tiny amount, which makes all the difference for a race car. The championship I race in has changed its approach to monitoring the power of competitors this year, but that's probably the subject of a whole other video. Talking about the wheels, tyres are what transfer the torque to the track. Again, this is controlled in the championship I race in, which is partnered with Avon. All the tyres we get from Avon run with less tread than you get on a typical road tyre. Unsprung and rotating mass is critical, so any weight saving here is really important. In the dry, we run these tyres until they're really at the minimum and have a 4mm tread set for the wet. Let's also talk about suspension. There's no strut braces here. The full cage does an awful lot to stiffen the chassis though. This is another controlled area for the championship, and we run Gaz Gold Pro adjustable coilovers with some pretty stiff and short springs. We were able to use whatever standard pattern bushes we want. We've gone for a UK manufactured brand, Duraflex, and they perform pretty well. What you don't see on the race car is any wings or aero mods. The championship I race in doesn't really allow it, but I would be curious to know if it really makes any difference to the speeds that the MX-5s normally go at. You also don't see any major brake mods. Yes, this is down to the championship regs again, but you do need to be careful about adding mass, especially unnecessary unsprung mass, when you don't really need it. Championship I race in means I need to use the standard pattern brakes. Over the years we've used EBC, Mintex, Carbatech and Hawk pads, and Pagid and EBC discs. Cheaper pads like the EBC and the Mintex for us only lasted a single weekend, but out of the two I did prefer the Mintex. We went one step too hard when we bought the Carbatechs, and for such a lightweight car like the MX-5 the softest is all you really need. I ended up going through more discs than pads with those Carbatech pads. I've currently got a Hawk pad and an EBC disc combination, and that seems to be giving quite a good braking action and also quite a reasonable life. Circling back to the start of this video, weight is absolutely critical and the best part is no part. So basically, any other mod which adds weight, I'm going to try and avoid if I can. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and see you next time.